most of my Aikido life, it didn't happen in Tai Chi and yoga, but most of my Aikido life, I just want to get on with the Aikido. I don't want all this other added things, but I realise that without the added things, you don't actually find Aikido. So you're actually rushing to get into a tunnel because you think the tunnel has the answer. The problem is you don't know how long the tunnel is because most tunnels are dark. So I didn't listen basically to people who give me wisdom about Aikido. Oh, you should try this, you should do that. Oh, that technique's wrong, you need to do this. I agreed with them for their satisfaction, knowing that I was agreeing, making them happy. Because there's more conflict if you start saying, I don't agree with that, because then you've got to start saying why you don't agree. And I decided that if I want to talk to Paul about something and he has a different opinion, we can never, ever, ever prove who's right. We might both put up really concrete ideas and answers, but someone else would come in and I agree with him. And then somebody else, well, actually, I agree with Sensei. So when you actually accept that if none of us can be correct, it's better then to just search on your own. Well, this is how I thought about it. Some of you might have bought my second book, and it said keeping the eyes of a child, keeping the mind of a child. So, and I've talked about this before. When you're quite young, what are you going to do when you grow up then? What job do you want to do? You're young, That's the last thing in your mind that you actually want to start discussing. What are you going to do when you grow up? But the adult world pressurises us. And then you get to work, and then, if you do well, you'll get on. So life is a pressure. And the Aikido, I found, apart from the other arts, I found Aikido is the only thing through divorce, near bankruptcy, the world coming to an end, COVID, I can still go and do Aikido. I can still pretend to be Superman in my own little world, Here I am at 70, and it fascinates me today as much as ever. I was saying to John last night, if I had a big whiteboard and I said to everybody, right, I know I haven't warned you, but I'd like you to write on the board why you do Aikido, what it does for you. I don't even know if the whiteboard would be big enough to put all the different things. But I'm asking you that question now. Without a whiteboard, I'm asking you, what do you think Aikido does for you? Most of you will actually go, oh, cool. Can you give me a minute to think about that one? I mean, do you all understand what I'm saying? It's difficult to actually put a definite, oh dear, what one thing, So there's so many different aspects to what makes it work. Without what Subhash was talking about, without what Alex was showing, flexibility, and without what Jenny was doing about, like she said, I mean, I've got terrible knees, but if you can't squat, you can't do Aikido. Because it has to be a technique from head to toe in all directions. But some gymnasts will be able to perform more than others. With the Ken, there's a lot less we can do than the Jo. So we will spend a little time today. But these are cuts that I'm showing you of just movement. And we're going to have a short break, and then we're going to go into the Jo. And I'm going to try and show you the difference between structure of just basic form, cards in basic form, and trying to reach expansion, and how you start realizing what Kokyu is.